Hi everyone, this is Dave speaking. I was talking to any astronomers, future astronomers, amateur astronomers, anybody that's interested in the galaxies, the universe, and the creation of this fantastic planet we call Earth. Now the history books and all the mainstream media, the history channels, all want to say we're created by two rocks smashing together and somehow creating this planet. And I'm then looking at that like, that is so bogus, not even close. This planet was formed as a gas giant. This gas giant is how this planet was created. A huge ball of hydrogen gas. We need three atoms to create life. We need oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon. We're carbon-based people, carbon-based planet. That's how it's created. And this gas giant creates what we call Earth, and thousands and millions of others just like us are out there in this universe. This has been going on for billions of years. This evolution has not changed at all. It's the same from billions of years ago to this day. Consider that gas giant is an egg, just an egg, swirling around the star we call the sun. And as this egg, just like an egg, it's like all life comes from an egg. People, fish, animals. Plants are an egg. We call it a seed, but it's an egg. It's a hard shell that surrounds the life inside and protects it. But the egg, just like the seed, is allowed to absorb through and let water and nutrients and all that life-giving stuff so that egg can grow. And that life inside grows and eventually has to work its way and break out of that shell and start growing into life. It's the same here. Earth is created the same way. It's the same evolution. This gas giant, meteorites strike this gas giant hard and it shatters them in a million pieces. And all those pieces start gathering up into the center of that planet because it's a gas giant. It allows all the particles to flow right to the center. And in the center of that mass, it's being compressed and compressed and squished until it's squished so tight and so hard, it becomes molten. And that molting in that spinning gas bag creates the magnetic rings around the planet that protects us. It's the same that's happened this way millions of years. Same way planets are created. There's millions just like our Earth. And as that Earth grows larger and larger, just like the people and the animals inside the egg get bigger and bigger, it has to eventually get big enough where it's going to break out of that egg. That's what happens on this planet. Volcanoes start erupting. Then erupting volcanoes produce millions and millions of tons of CO2. Now that pressure from the atmosphere strips that carbon atom right off that oxygen atom. That falls to Earth. What do we need? Carbon. Millions and millions of tons of carbon falling to Earth. Now that oxygen atom strikes the hydrogen atom and immediately sparks into water vapor. So now this planet's covered with water vapor that condenses in the clouds, and the clouds start raining. And rain and rain and rain, and rains for a long time probably. And all that rain is condensed onto our planet, just like we have now, the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, all around the world. And because those clouds are spinning, with our planet spinning, it creates that friction which causes lightning strikes. That lightning striking the Earth over and over and over creates the ozone layer we need to protect this planet. Now we have everything. We have the water, the carbon, the oxygen, and the ozone layer, magnetic layer. And as that keeps progressing, and that great big eggshell starts dissolving and turning into water and landing on our planet, it starts thinning out just like any other eggshell. And it gets thinner and thinner and thinner until it's just that 14 point whatever PSI at sea level that allows life to grow on this planet. It's amazing when you look at the thinking of it. Life hasn't changed. The planet hasn't changed in billions of years. The old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because, you know, when you smash rocks together and you create sand and you mix it all together and you throw the cement into that mixture, it's not going to work until you add the water. We need that water. That water comes from our original planet, the gas planet, the hydrogen and the oxygen. That's where we get the water. That's why there's tons of water in this universe. It's abundant. Planets like this are abundant. This evolutionary process has been going on for billions of years. We've always thought at one time the sun went around the earth. We proved that was wrong. The earth goes around the sun. Then we think the world's flat. Then we think we're the only ones in this vast universe. No, there's plenty of life in this universe. You look back and you think about how all the wheels have to be set in motion. All these stars, a huge universe, galaxies, solar systems. It almost has to be a creator come up with the idea that he's going to make such a vast universe. And it has to be stars that burn for millions of years to maintain life, millions and billions. So all these stars set in motion. Now you want to have the life on a planet. So they have to design how to make that life protected so it can grow. How you can protect that planet and that gas giant from getting hit by an asteroid and just getting blown to pieces before it ever gets started. All that protection set in motion for billions of years. But they haven't found Earth-like planets yet because we don't put out the heat signature like a big gas giant or like a big rock planet. When they understand how to look for planets like Earth, we're going to be everywhere in this universe. So when they say, do you think aliens have been on this planet? I don't know. It's pretty damn far apart from each planet. However, there's certainly aliens out there. And there's lots of them. And there's lots of planets like this Earth that have been around a whole lot longer than we have. Billions of years. This hasn't changed. All life starts from an egg. So we can forget the old question, no matter what, somehow, some way, it started from an egg. Because that egg, we have to break out of. And to break out of that egg, it takes that energy. So we have been born from the instant of conception. A bird breaking out of an eggshell, if you open the shell, he will die. He has to work its way out. We have to work our way out. We have to get our life and earn it to get out of that egg. Like this planet had to get away from that gas giant and create its own way. Life creates its own way. So anyway, that's my theory about the whole evolutionary to this level, how this planet evolved with all the life on it. That's a whole nother game. So this is Dave. Hope you liked the video. Signing off.